What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and we gotta stop meeting like this. It's on the late night creep again, but we are back to talk about Summer House season 8, episode 1 through 3. And baby, Carl and Lindsay, child, this right here. I knew it was coming. I'm sad to see it, but we're gonna get into it like we always do. Let's get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. To us. So we are coming in with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. But we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life, man. But thank God for the journey, that's for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah. Blessings all on my right hand. But I toast to the friends that they club with me. Lord, one time, sit down in a class and we pour that. Only see the road and me go on with the road.
Looking for ways to improve your health? Look no further. Visit www.shayrenee.net, where we provide healing beyond the prescription pad. We have hand-blended teas and herbs that are going to provide you with ultimate immune health, cold-pressed juices, as well as sea moss gels that are going to provide you with your daily vitamins and nutrients in just 2 tablespoons. Shop www.shayrenee.net and receive free shipping on all orders over $75. Don't wait, because a healthy life is ahead. All right, y'all. So we are back with the Summer House foolishness. Okay. So, y'all, let me tell you something about Summer House this season. This season, we are all anticipating what the heck made Lindsay and Carl break the hell up. Okay. And, child, I see it, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so the season kicks off where everybody is coming back to the house. Danielle is her fatal attraction self coming back from Winter House, where she was all up in the thing with the boy from Summer House, and she thought they was in a relationship and wanted to be delusional and act like they wasn't, but in her head she thought they were, but he thought they was just fucking. Child, Danielle is crazy. Okay, so when she was on here partying at the July 4th party with the black man, I said, "Sir, oh sir, you might want to watch out for this one, because this one a little crazy. She's a little crazy. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna work." So we are introduced to 2 new characters this season. We have West, okay, and I'm trying to find the other guy's name. Hold on, y'all. Summer House Cast season 8. I don't remember his name. If somebody know his name, put it in the comments so I can stop struggling real fast. But I know that we have West, which Sierra seems to really like him, and I'm really interested to see how things go with him, because Sierra has just been batting 1,000 with dating people that she's met on the show. We saw what happened with her and Mr. Man from Summer House. So Jesse Solomon. Okay, yes. Thank you, Princess. Thank you so much. Because I was over here really struggling. And y'all, listen, I'm tired. I'm about 2 drinks in. Okay. So bear with me. I feel like I'm in Summer House. Okay. I feel like I'm in Summer House. But moving on, everybody arrives to the house. I love the fact that they started it off with the July 4th party. We usually don't get the July 4th party until about maybe 2 or 3 episodes in, right? But they decided to just kick it right off with that party, which the party was amazing as usual. They had the bull ride. They had us, they introduced us to Jesse and West. I loved learning new things about the new people. West said that he traveled all 50 states because his parents literally traveled all 50 states. So he was just literally a mere tag along as their kid. And I was like so taken aback to hear that Jesse is a 2-time cancer survivor. My jaw literally dropped. I was like, oh my God, you never really know anybody's story. So the first in the first episode, Lindsay and Carl didn't come to the house. They had to go to something at the White House in DC. They seem to have some real roots here in the DC area. So they came down here and they weren't in the house. So the first weekend, everybody kind of meshed together. Danielle felt like, hey, everybody's getting along. Gabby, who is very close to Lindsay and Carl, she actually had a really good weekend hanging out with everybody else. So she's trying to find her niche with the other castmates. So it was really interesting to see how everybody was getting along. Now, the biggest thing that happened in episode 1 was Amanda was all getting in Kyle's shit. Like, Kyle had a conversation with Paige where he was basically saying that he doesn't think that him and Amanda are ready for children. I don't think their ass is ready for no damn kids either. Here's the problem with Amanda and Kyle. Kyle is a class A workaholic. Kyle loves Loverboy. He eats, sleeps, shits, breathes Loverboy. Okay. And the reason why is because he has so much financially invested in it. That is their bread and butter. That's their livelihood. Amanda is so whimsical in the way that she thinks that she isn't as invested in the business as he is. She doesn't know the profit and losses. She doesn't know the synergy that it takes to make sure that this business continues to prosper. She is just the graphic designer in her head. And I feel like they need to have a real conversation about boundaries as far as work-life balance, because Kyle is so invested in the business. It's like his lifeblood. I think that Kyle thinks that he wants somebody that is totally invested in the business like that, like him, and he really doesn't. Because if he had a woman that was totally 100% invested in that business like him, they wouldn't get along. He would be looking like, well, all we do is work. We don't fuck. We don't do this. Amanda is providing balance, but she's also lazy. Let's not forget that. Amanda is very lazy. And Amanda, you think you're slick. You tried to bring those dogs to the house the second weekend because you just try to prove to the public that, hey, I'm Amanda. I take care of my dogs. Kyle said I'm not a good mom, but I'm actually a good mom. See how I treat my puppies? Yeah, I can do it. No, girl. The bottom line is Kyle needs to let Amanda go get a job. That's what he needs to do, because he is misinterpreting somebody that is passionate about graphics. They're not necessarily passionate about the financials where it comes to a business. Amanda is the type of person that she needs her day to day defined. She needs time limits. She needs boundaries, right? Kyle doesn't have any boundaries. All he thinks about is work, 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 because he's so invested in this company. And at the end of the day, Amanda is very childish. And I feel like their age gap really shows in times like this. You sitting up here listening to Paige telling you, because Kyle, in a moment of venting, talk to Paige, which, Kyle, you immature too, because why are you talking to Paige about this? You need to talk to your damn wife. And Amanda, you sitting up here crying, talking about something, and he cheated on me, and I took him back, bitch. Listen, I don't want to hear that shit. You married him. So here's the thing, ladies. If you forgive somebody for something, don't bring that shit back up. You are not allowed to be re-angered over something that you forgave somebody for. Has he cheated again since then? No, he hasn't. He has not visibly or physically cheated on you since y'all got married. So why the fuck are you bringing some old shit up just to validate your feelings? You don't need that to validate your feelings. You need to just sit down. When y'all sat down at dinner, you should have talked to him and set clear boundaries. Kyle, I don't want to think about work 24/7 like you. I want to deal with our dogs. Here are my designated. Listen, I work from 9 to 5. After 5, don't you ask me shit about love a damn boy, love a girl, love a baby, love a life. I love my time to myself, okay? Don't ask me nothing else about love a boy after these hours. That's called work-life balance. That's called setting clear boundaries. Okay? And Kyle has to be okay with that. You can't have that expectation that because you're stressed and out of whack, that your wife should undergo all of that anguish from you as well. That's a lot to ask a person. And again, Amanda, you think you're slick because you feel like, oh, I always wanted to be a mom. I always wanted to do this. No, you want to be a Stepford wife. That's what you want to be. Amanda wants to sit around with her feet kicked up, draw a few pictures, and put it on a can, and that's it. Amanda don't want to do no damn work. Now, do I think Amanda would be a good mom? I really don't know. All I've seen her do is sit in the bed with Paige and Sierra. And you bringing these dogs for the weekend ain't showing me. Now, Amanda will stay home with the dogs when they got stuff going on. And being a dog parent ain't for the week. Okay. That ain't no punk. Okay. So kudos to her for that. But a real human child where you have to really set some goals and you gotta really groom this kid. You have to you got to teach them some life setting tools. I don't know if Amanda is capable of that yet. And I'm actually not mad at Kyle for rethinking that or really thinking about what their next level or what their next steps are because he's so involved in business. Maybe he's also thinking on his end, am I ready to be a father? Because am I ready to invest the time that a baby would need? Because I'm doing emails at 3 o'clock in the morning, stressing my damn self out. Maybe Kyle needs to really reimagine his business or really overall look at his business as a whole, reorganize things where he's not so stressed. Hell, I had a can of Loverboy and I'm down here in Maryland, DC area. So he's definitely selling the product. But I guess when you really want to be successful, that's all you think about. You eat, breathe, and sleep your business. So I hope that they can figure it out. And Amanda, stop playing like you a damn victim. And Paige, stop really like causing problems between people's relationships. So moving on, we have the next weekend come about, and Carl and Lindsay show up. Okay, y'all. I don't know what to say about this whole situation with Lindsay and her blaming Carl, saying that Carl is not sober. Let me just say this because I'm not going to go scene by scene with Summer House. I'm going to go off of this is how these reviews are going to go. I'm going to go off the main points. Lindsay, you are a passive aggressive bitch. Carl, Lindsay has always been a bitch. Lindsay is selfish. Lindsay thinks about herself. But Lindsay is also very logical in some instances where it comes to work ethic, where it comes to tenacity, where it comes to responsibility, right? The whole situation happened where they went out. Lindsay, they came to the house that weekend. One, Lindsay already had anxiety because she doesn't, number one, know if her and Danielle are going to get together. She doesn't know if the girls are going to like her. She has all this pent up energy inside of her. And I think that she redirected that energy towards Carl and she took it out on him. I think she used the fact that, oh, Carl didn't respond to me the way that I liked. That seemed like old Carl that seemed like intoxicated Carl responding. Intoxicated Carl and current Carl look nothing alike. I looked at those flashbacks from Carl and how he responded to Lindsay then versus how he responded to Lindsay in current day, total night and day. Now, also, Lindsay's frustrations also come from Carl. You ain't got shit going for yourself. You are leaning on this. It sounds to me like Carl is leaning on this summer house check and he doesn't have any ambition. Lindsay, even though she's an asshole, she is a hard worker. She really, with her PR business, she was all hands on deck with that. Lindsay is she's trying to figure out this whole content creator stuff. She's doing whatever it takes to make sure that she can get some revenue into their household and pay bills. She wants stability. And I think that Lindsay has not had stability throughout her childhood and her life. So she wants to create stability for herself. She needs that. And you're looking at your partner as a woman. We always look at our husbands or look at our mates as, I need this to be my safe place. I need this. I need a man. You know, society has created all this around men, where men are supposed to be the backbone. You're supposed to be a provider. And she's looking at Carl like, hello, all you providing me is taking up space in my damn house. So Lindsay, aggressive Lindsay, is coming out. She's calling Carl aggressive, but it's not Carl, it's her. So Lindsay is upset with Carl because she feels like they went. I mean, she comes in the house, she getting drunk. She's really having anxiety about being around the women, other girls in the house. Then they all are going out. So Lindsay decides, instead of riding with the girls, that she gonna ride with Carl and the guys. No problem. They get in the car. She begins to have these random outbursts talking, and Carl is just trying to reassure her, listen, you tripping. It's not that deep. You in the car with us. Let's just have a good time. Chill out, basically. And she takes that as him not listening to her and him not addressing her feelings. She feels like he is not listening to her. She feels like he's not listening to her. He's not taking into consideration her anxiety around being around the girls. And I feel like Lindsay just, she doesn't know how to present things in a way where she don't know how to talk to people. That's just basically what it is. You sitting up here speaking to this man all aggressively, and you taking it out on him in this car with his friends, that you are feeling some type of way, and you are redirecting your negative energy onto him. Thank you. What do you how do you expect him to respond? I just feel like Lindsay doesn't take accountability for anything that she does. She thinks that everybody is supposed to basically acquiesce to her random moods. If Lindsay is in a bad mood, she can say and do whatever she wants to whoever she's around, and everybody's supposed to just be like, "Oh, that's just Lindsay." No, that's just not okay. You need to change that behavior. So they get to the club where everybody is, and she going ham. And she tells Gabby, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So she leaves and goes back, and she talking shit, telling Carl that he must not be sober and all this, that, and the third. Now that's very disrespectful to do all of that talking like that to somebody that is a former addict and is working day to day to stay sober. And you are on national TV basically going against all of their hard work. And you supposed to be this person's partner. You supposed to be my biggest cheerleader. But this is how you treating me? This is how you representing me on national TV? Girl, you better be glad he ain't leave you at the altar. Baby, because I feel like it was very respectful for him to tell you early on. It's girl, that is it's absolutely crazy to me. So then Carl even texted her and was like, you know what? Let's have a conversation about this when cooler heads prevail. Both of us have some time to cool down. He's still trying to be the bigger person in this situation. And she continues, oh well, what why don't you want to talk about it now? Oh my god, so yeah, let's wait till you're sober. Girl, what? Why are you talking to him like that? Then you get up in the morning. You first of all, you in Gabby's room. Gabby trying to go to sleep, and you talking all this shit. She gotta listen to you all damn night. I know the poor thing was tired. You sleeping in her bed. Then you get up in the morning and go in there fucking with Carl. Carl trying to get a good night's rest, and you go in there being passive aggressive. So Carl is like, I'm sorry if you feel that way. She's like, you don't really care about my feelings, and you just left and you didn't want to talk, and I just feel like you're not listening and you're not saying shit, Lindsay. You're not saying anything. You come in here cussing this man out, talking a whole bunch of nothing, talking a hole in his head. Then you got mad at him because he didn't respond the way that you felt like he should have responded. It's like he damned if he do and he's damned if he don't. Then you like, and you're yelling at me. He's like, well, I'm upset. I'm allowed to have feelings too. It's like, what the fuck do you want from him? Like literally, what do you want from this man? I feel like Lindsay is not totally being honest with herself. I feel like Lindsay is frustrated with Carl because she feels like, first of all, she was having anxiety going into their house. She took it out on him. That's not okay. Two, she's frustrated because he's not pulling his full share financially. I think that's how she feels. She doesn't see any get up and go in him. He's not working for Loverboy. They talked about how he's not working for Loverboy right now. He's basically not, he don't got no job. He want to be a motivational speaker 1 minute. Then at the end of episode 3, he talking about he want to open up a bar that's sober, for sober people, where you can go in there and get mocktails. I'm going to tell you right now, if I want to drink beautiful colored juice, I'll just go to the simply lemonade aisle in Safeway and mix up some different, you know, mixtures. I don't want to go to a bar that's all sober. If I'm going to a bar, I'm going to a bar to get hammered. Okay. Or I'm going to have me a little buzz. Like, I'm not no alcoholic or anything, and I definitely don't wish that on anybody. I definitely drink for leisure or just for to hang out with friends or just have a little cocktail when I come home just because I can. But for those that struggle with that, kudos to you for being able to have that willpower over something that obviously is taking control of your life. But to have a whole bar for that, I don't really see a market for that. I just don't. I would be hard pressed to see how many people actually order the mocktails that are not former addicts or pregnant. People not really ordering a bunch of mocktails when they go to restaurants. They ordering the alcoholic beverages. So I see why Lindsay doesn't want to invest in that, but she's getting angry because she's like, listen, where the hell are you going with this? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But Lindsay, you are not lending a helping hand to your situation because you are talking trash to this man. You are dampening his dreams. Y'all are not having open dialogue. Y'all aren't having, both of y'all are in denial. I think that both of them went into this relationship, babe this, babe that. It's all, I'm in love. We get in this apartment together. We're going to do the damn thing. But y'all really didn't analyze the core of who each of you really is. Carl, he's never really had any get up and go about himself. Carl has always been very wayward and whimsical when he was working other random jobs before he started working with Kyle. The reality is Carl needs to figure out his niche and navigate around his obvious addiction issues. Okay? It's not working for Kyle selling alcohol because that's not good for you either. Why would you be selling an alcoholic beverage and you're an alcoholic? Make that make sense. Motivational speaking, I can see that, but Carl, you got to be, I don't even see you on your social media saying motivational things. How do you create buy-in for something like that? Everybody doesn't watch Summer House. So that can't be your only market. You have to be actively marketing yourself on your page, encouraging former addicts, showing what you do day to day. marketing yourself to that audience if that's what you really wanted to do. I went to school for communications with a focus in radio and broadcasting, ironically. I'm not on the radio, but I decided to utilize what I learned in school and put my, talents into YouTube. Carl, are you doing that? Where are you exercising your word salad? And I can see Lindsay's frustration with that too. Because as a woman, we want to feel secure. We want to feel like our partner is actually helping us. We don't want to feel like I got to do everything to keep this household together and you not doing your part. It's very draining to always have to figure out, how do I fix this? How do I make it happen? The best way to get through any situation is when you have a proper helpmate that is struggling, not struggling with you, but helping you weather the storm together. It is what it is. And I really had high hopes for Carl and Lindsay. Lindsay was so supportive of Carl, but I think that Carl didn't see past the fact that Lindsay is very selfish. Lindsay gonna be single for the rest of her life because Lindsay don't know how to talk to damn people. And Lindsay needs to realize that you can't just be cussing people out and think that they supposed to apologize to you and see through the negative, nasty things that you're saying. That little Leo right there, that's a nasty motherfucker. Okay? Lindsay, you need to go sit on somebody's couch and figure out how to get that spirit up out you, because you a nasty motherfucker. You don't know how to talk to nobody, and you are very selfish. You in mindset, in relationships, you're a very giving person when you want to, and you want to be recognized for all the things that you do, but you also need to recognize that mouth. You can't be running around talking about somebody not sober and talking shit about them. And this somebody you supposed to be ready to marry. And you out here soiling his name in the on the damn TV. And you think he's supposed to just be kicking the bobo with you the next day? Girl, you lost your motherfucking mind. Y'all, I think Carl made the right decision not marrying her. I think that if they do decide to come back together, they need to just go to the courthouse and not tell nobody. It don't need to be no grand slam or grandstand kind of wedding. I see Princess Francois says they are not compatible. I would beg to differ. I actually think that they are compatible. I just think that Carl is lazy and Lindsay is not. I think Carl needs somebody that's going to be supportive like Lindsay is to him. But I think that Lindsay needs to become comfortable with supporting him and expressing herself, because she thinks that everything is rainbows and pots of gold and it should all look like that. But when things get rough, she doesn't know how to address it in a manner where she's not being totally disrespectful. And she needs to know how to be accountable for her actions, and she needs to know how to, frankly, she need to learn how to communicate on a positive level. You can't just sun everybody that's around you, and you got to start looking at yourself, Lindsay. It can't always be everybody else. It just really can't. But yeah, y'all, that's the Lindsay and Carl saga of it all. I think that Carl really just got to the point where he didn't feel and thank you for your comment, Princess Francois. I think that Carl is at a point where he doesn't feel supported by Lindsay. I think Lindsay doesn't feel supported by Carl. I think she feels like she's holding up this relationship on her shoulders, and it's weighing heavily down on her. I feel like she thinks that everybody leaves her in her life. She has abandonment issues, and I think with Carl leaving her for the second time, that's a problem. And I think that Lindsay pushes people to the limits to make sure that they're not going to leave her. And I think that this was one time where she went too far. And she pushed Carl so far that he was like, I'm gonna show you better than I can fucking tell you. Because what you're not about to do is keep on testing me. I've already stood the test of time with you. And what you're not gonna do is keep on you need to put some respect on my name. You're not gonna keep on disrespecting me. And as a man, I can't be sitting on TV allowing you to do that, because I don't need nobody out here in these streets thinking that they can talk to me crazy because they see my girl on TV talking to me crazy. That ain't gonna happen. Point blank and a period. So yeah, and unless they learn how to communicate more effectively, that relationship is not going to work. Lindsay got to learn that she ain't wearing the dick and balls in the relationship. Be submissive. But Carl, you need to be somebody that she's okay being submissive to. And that's all I got to say about them two. Now we have Sierra and West trying to, I guess, start some type of relationship. Sierra, West ain't it. I think West is too nice for you. I think you like somebody that is going to ignore you. Sierra likes what she can't have. Sierra wanted to mess with Sam's dude. What's that boy that was on there? That's what's his name? He owned the gyms. But anyway, Craig's friend. Sierra, you might need to find you somebody off the show. And that weave that you got when you did the photo shoot, the weave that you got in your confessional, baby, it's looking like the bomb. But whatever you had at that photo shoot, girl, I don't like that hair. Mm-mm. See, Princess, I love you. Thank you so much for watching, because you helping a sister out tonight. I owe you big time. I love you long time. Okay, I just need you to know that, and I'm gonna make that very public in this video. Thank you so much, Corey. So Corey, which was messing with, well, she dumped him. Corey and Sam. Sierra wanted him, and he wasn't really checking for her. I think that Sierra really likes people that she can't have. She was messing with Austin. That didn't work out because Austin didn't want to be in a relationship. You want to be around people that really ain't checking for you. Now West is checking for you, but you want to play. I feel like Sierra gonna play little games with him because she feels like, I have to make sure that he wants me. I want him to chase me, send me an Uber, and pick me up. Okay, girl. All right, girl. We're gonna see how you act here. Okay. Um, there's that. So then we got Danielle is always a wild card. Like I just Danielle is just crazy to me. I don't know how she gonna fare this season. She was feeling some type of way with being invited to the wedding. She felt like, is that my girl Medusa in the chat? Medusa Show Off says, hey girlie, you up late, get that money, sis. Girl, listen, I'm just trying to break the little threshold for YouTube, because I ain't get it last month, child. So I got to come on here and talk to the peoples. But thank you so much, sis. Kiss that cute little baby for me. She has the cutest little son, y'all. But Danielle is questioning whether or not Lindsay and Carl invited her out of pity, or if they really invited her because they wanted her to be there. At the end of the day, Danielle, from the way that you acted last season, you have no reason to be questioning nobody. Just be glad your ass got an invite. And then it seemed like Lindsay, before her and Carl had a conversation to kind of clear up, I feel like Carl apologized to Lindsay just to get back in her good graces, but he didn't hold her accountable for how she made him feel. And I don't like that. I think Lindsay needs to be held accountable. But before that conversation commenced, Lindsay was over here talking to Danielle like they ain't never skipped a beat, over here venting about Carl. So it's okay to be friends with Lindsay when she talking shit about Carl, and when you can feel like you giving her some advice on negative shit that's going in their relationship, Danielle. But when they were doing well, you couldn't be happy for them. I don't get it, sis. Then I can see why your dude already got another girlfriend and he ain't checking for you. You are something wrong with Danielle. I think it's giving fatal attraction. And that comes off for her in her relationships with her friends and in her relationships with men, apparently. I don't know what Danielle got to do to find herself, but she need to go on up and find it and fix it real quick. I think that's it for everybody in the house, y'all. I'm actually excited to get to know Jesse and West. One thing about Jesse that I don't think I'm gonna like, this is a two-time cancer survivor. He said that he likes to prey on women that got somebody. Let me tell you something. You seem, Jesse, you seem like you got a little crush on Paige. You best leave Paige alone. Now, I don't think Craig will bust a damn grape. Let me go ahead and put that out there. But Craig drunk, that's a level of lip service that you don't want to give no tips or gratuity to. Okay. And I'm just going to say that and end it here. But thank y'all so much for staying up so late with me. I will be right back on after this so we can talk about Sisters. Okay, Tyler Perry's Sisters, so we can catch up on that. And be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9:35 Eastern Time, 8:35 Central, and join me and my girl Sean for the Unbiased Opinion Panel. We are going to be back in action for show, for real, for real. Okay. But y'all come back on and we're going to talk about Sisters in 5 minutes. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching Summer House with us too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.